Welcome to our countdown of the top 5 haunted locations in Indiana. If you're a fan of the paranormal, you're in for a treat. Indiana is home to some of the most spine-chilling and eerie places in the United States. From haunted hotels to ghostly cemeteries, the Hoosier State has it all. So, grab your flashlight and get ready to explore the dark and mysterious side of Indiana. Let's dive into the spine-chilling tales that make these places truly terrifying. Number 5. The Slippery Noodle Inn, Indianapolis, Indiana. This historic bar, established in 1850, is not just famous for its blues music. It's also known for ghostly apparitions, including the spirits of former patrons and even a caretaker who still roams the halls. Welcome to the Slippery Noodle Inn, Indiana's oldest bar, established in 1850. This historic establishment is not just famous for its blues music and lively atmosphere, it's also renowned for its ghostly apparitions and eerie encounters. Let's delve into the spine-chilling history and hauntings of this iconic location. The Slippery Noodle Inn, originally known as the Tremont House, has a long and storied past. Over the years, it has served many purposes, including a hotel, a brothel, a speakeasy, and even a stop on the Underground Railroad. With such a rich history, it's no wonder that the Slippery Noodle Inn is said to be haunted by numerous spirits. One of the most well-known ghosts at the Slippery Noodle Inn is that of a former caretaker named George. George is often seen in the basement, wearing a pair of overalls and diligently maintaining the property. Many unsuspecting visitors have reported seeing George's apparition, only to have him vanish before their eyes. His presence is so well known that employees can identify him by name. But George is not the only spirit said to haunt the Slippery Noodle Inn. The building's history as a brothel has left behind the ghosts of several sex workers who met tragic ends. These spirits are often seen wandering the hallways, their presence felt by those who dare to venture into the darker corners of the inn. Some patrons have reported hearing disembodied voices and feeling sudden drops in temperature, adding to the eerie atmosphere. The Slippery Noodle Inn's connection to the Underground Railroad has also contributed to its haunted reputation. During the 19th century, the inn served as a safe haven for escaped slaves seeking freedom in the North. It's believed that some of these souls never left, and their spirits continue to linger in the building. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures and hearing whispers, as if the walls themselves are trying to tell the stories of those who passed through. One particularly chilling tale involves the ghost of a cowboy who was allegedly stabbed to death during a fight over a lady of the night. His spirit is said to roam the bar, and some patrons have claimed to see a spectral cowboy sitting at the bar, nursing a drink. The bullet holes and shotgun blasts in the walls, rumored to be from infamous outlaw John Dillinger, add to the inn's dark and violent history. The Slippery Noodle Inn is also known for its haunted tours, where brave souls can explore the building's haunted past. These tours take visitors through the inn's various rooms and hallways, sharing stories of ghostly encounters and paranormal activity. Many who have taken the tour report feeling an overwhelming sense of unease, as if they are being watched by unseen eyes. One of the most active areas in the Slippery Noodle Inn is the upstairs brothel. This area is said to be haunted by the spirits of the women who work there, many of whom met tragic and violent ends. Visitors have reported hearing the sounds of laughter and crying, as well as seeing shadowy figures moving through the rooms. Some have even claimed to feel a cold hand on their shoulder or hear a whisper in their ear. The basement of the Slippery Noodle Inn is another hotspot for paranormal activity. This area, where George the caretaker is often seen, is also home to other spirits. Some visitors have reported seeing the ghostly figure of a man in a top hat, believed to be a former patron of the inn. Others have heard the sounds of footsteps and voices, even when the basement is empty. The Slippery Noodle Inn's haunted reputation has made it a popular destination for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. Many have come to the inn armed with cameras and recording equipment, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. Some have succeeded, capturing eerie photos and recordings of unexplained phenomena. Despite its haunted history, the Slippery Noodle Inn remains a beloved establishment in Indianapolis. Its rich history, combined with its reputation for paranormal activity, makes it a unique and fascinating place to visit. Whether you're a fan of the blues, a history buff, or a paranormal enthusiast, the Slippery Noodle Inn has something to offer. So, if you ever find yourself in Indianapolis, be sure to stop by the Slippery Noodle Inn. Enjoy some live music, grab a drink, and keep an eye out for any ghostly apparitions. You never know who, or what, you might encounter in this historic and haunted bar. Number 4. French Lick Springs Hotel, French Lick, Indiana. Built in 1845, this luxurious hotel has a haunted history. Guests have reported seeing ghostly figures, hearing phantom footsteps, and experiencing unexplained cold spots, especially on the 6th floor. Nestled in the small resort town of French Lick, the French Lick Springs Hotel is a luxurious retreat with a haunted past. Built in 1845, this historic hotel has seen its fair share of guests, both living and spectral. Let's delve into the eerie history and ghostly encounters that make this hotel one of Indiana's most haunted locations. The French Lick Springs Hotel was originally established by Dr. William Bowles, who was captivated by the miracle waters of the nearby Sulphur Springs. These waters were believed to have healing properties, attracting visitors from far and wide. The hotel's reputation grew, and it became a popular destination for those seeking the therapeutic benefits of the springs. In 1888, the hotel was purchased by Thomas Taggart, a prominent politician and businessman. Taggart transformed the hotel into a luxurious resort, adding marble floors, elegant furnishings, and even 2 championship golf courses. Under his ownership, the hotel flourished, becoming a hub for the wealthy and influential. However, Taggart's deep connection to the hotel didn't end with his death in 1916. Many believe that his spirit still roams the halls, keeping a watchful eye on the property he loved so dearly. One of the most common ghostly encounters at the French Lick Springs Hotel involves the apparition of Thomas Taggart himself. Guests and staff have reported seeing a man in period clothing near the service elevator, often accompanied by the strong scent of pipe tobacco. Some have even claimed to see Taggart's ghost riding a horse through the hallways or hosting a spectral party in the ballroom. These sightings are so frequent that Taggart's presence has become an integral part of the hotel's haunted lore. But Taggart is not the only spirit said to haunt the French Lick Springs Hotel. The ghost of a former bellhop is also a common sight. This spectral bellhop is often seen in the hallways, moving quickly as if he has an urgent task to complete. Some guests have mistaken him for a living employee, only to realize later that no bellhops were on duty at the time of their encounter. The hotel staff have also reported hearing disembodied voices and receiving mysterious phone calls from empty rooms, adding to the eerie atmosphere. The French Lick Springs Hotel's haunted reputation extends beyond its ghostly apparitions. The building itself seems to hold on to the energy of its past, with many guests reporting feelings of unease and sudden drops in temperature. Some have even experienced physical sensations, such as being touched or pushed by unseen hands. These encounters are particularly common in the older parts of the hotel, where the walls seem to whisper the secrets of the past. One of the most chilling stories associated with the French Lick Springs Hotel involves a tragic suicide. According to legend, a young bride took her own life in one of the hotel's bathtubs. Since then, guests have reported seeing her ghostly figure in the bathroom, as well as finding unexplained red stains in the tub. This tragic tale adds a layer of sorrow to the hotel's haunted history, reminding visitors of the darker side of its past. The hotel's connection to the paranormal has made it a popular destination for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. Many have come to the French Lick Springs Hotel armed with cameras and recording equipment, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. Some have succeeded, capturing eerie photos and recordings of unexplained phenomena. These investigations have only added to the hotel's haunted reputation, drawing even more curious visitors to its doors. Despite its haunted history, the French Lick Springs Hotel remains a beloved destination for those seeking luxury and relaxation. Its elegant architecture, beautiful surroundings, and rich history make it a unique and fascinating place to visit. Whether you're a fan of the paranormal or simply looking for a luxurious getaway, the French Lick Springs Hotel has something to offer. The hotel staff have embraced its haunted reputation, offering ghost tours and sharing stories of their own encounters with the supernatural. These tours take visitors through the hotel's most haunted areas, providing a glimpse into the eerie history that lies beneath its elegant exterior. Many who take the tour report feeling an overwhelming sense of unease, as if they are being watched by unseen eyes. One of the most active areas in the French Lick Springs Hotel is the 6th floor, where Thomas Taggart's ghost is often seen. Guests staying on this floor have reported hearing strange noises, seeing shadowy figures, and feeling sudden drops in temperature. Some have even claimed to see Taggart's ghost riding a horse through the hallways, adding to the floor's haunted reputation. The hotel's basement is another hotspot for paranormal activity. This area, where the ghost of the bellhop is often seen, is also home to other spirits. Some visitors have reported seeing the ghostly figure of a man in a top hat, believed to be a former guest of the hotel. Others have heard the sounds of footsteps and voices, even when the basement is empty. The French Lick Springs Hotel's haunted reputation has made it a popular destination for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. Many have come to the hotel armed with cameras and recording equipment, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. Some have succeeded, capturing eerie photos and recordings of unexplained phenomena. Despite its haunted history, the French Lick Springs Hotel remains a beloved establishment in French Lick. Its rich history, combined with its reputation for paranormal activity, makes it a unique and fascinating place to visit. Whether you're a fan of luxury, history, or the paranormal, the French Lick Springs Hotel has something to offer. So, if you ever find yourself in French Lick, Be sure to stop by the French Lick Springs Hotel. Enjoy the luxurious amenities, explore the beautiful surroundings, and keep an eye out for any ghostly apparitions. You never know who, or what, you might encounter in this historic and haunted hotel. Number 3, Stepp Cemetery, Martinsville, Indiana. Located in the Morgan Monroe State Forest, this eerie cemetery is said to be haunted by the ghost of a grieving mother who digs up the bones of her dead baby at night. Visitors often feel an unsettling presence. Located deep within the Morgan Monroe State Forest, Stepp Cemetery is a small, rural graveyard that has become infamous for its eerie atmosphere and ghostly legends. This cemetery, with its overgrown paths and ancient tombstones, is said to be one of the most haunted places in Indiana. Let's explore the chilling tales and mysterious occurrences that make Stepp Cemetery a hotspot for paranormal activity. Stepp Cemetery dates back to the early 19th century, with the oldest gravestone belonging to Isaac Hartstock, a veteran of the War of 1812 who died in 1851. Despite its age, the cemetery remained relatively unknown until the mid-20th century when stories of hauntings began to surface. These tales have since grown and evolved, adding layers of mystery to this already spooky location. One of the most enduring legends of Stepp Cemetery is that of the Lady in Black. According to local lore, this spectral figure is the ghost of a grieving mother who lost her baby. The story goes that the woman, dressed in a long black gown, can often be seen sitting on a tree stump near the grave of her child, known as Baby Lester. Visitors have reported seeing her weeping and cradling an invisible infant, her sorrow palpable even in death. The grave of Baby Lester is a focal point for many of the ghostly encounters at Stepp Cemetery. The tombstone, simply marked with the name Baby Lester, is said to be a magnet for paranormal activity. People who visit the grave often feel an overwhelming sense of sadness and despair. Some have even claimed to hear the faint cries of a baby in the stillness of the night. The Lady in Black is believed to be drawn to this grave, forever mourning the loss of her child. But the Lady in Black is not the only spirit said to haunt Stepp Cemetery. Another popular tale involves a spectral hound that guards the cemetery. This ghostly dog is said to appear out of nowhere, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. Some believe that the hound is protecting the graves from vandals and trespassers, while others think it might be the spirit of a loyal pet buried alongside its owner. The cemetery's eerie reputation is further enhanced by its connection to an obscure religious sect known as the Crabbites. In the early 20th century, this fringe Christian group is said to have used the cemetery for ritualistic practices. According to local folklore, the Crabbites believed in strange and unorthodox interpretations of the Bible, including the idea that the earth was square. Their rituals, which reportedly included acts of ritualized sexual license, added a layer of dark mystique to the cemetery's history. One particularly chilling story involves a local official who was called upon to disperse a group of Crabbites from the cemetery. Armed with a bullwhip, he chased them away, but the tales of their strange practices lingered. This connection to the Crabbites has only added to the cemetery's haunted reputation, making it a destination for those seeking a brush with the supernatural. Stepp Cemetery's notoriety has made it a popular spot for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. Many have ventured into the cemetery armed with cameras and recording equipment, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. Some have succeeded, capturing eerie photos and recordings of unexplained phenomena. These investigations have only added to the cemetery's haunted reputation, drawing even more curious visitors to its gates. Despite its haunted history, Stepp Cemetery is also a place of historical significance. The cemetery is the final resting place for at least 32 people, many of whom were young women and children. The gravestones, some of which are weathered and broken, tell the stories of the early settlers of the area. Efforts have been made to preserve the cemetery, with the Indiana Pioneer Cemetery's restoration project working to maintain and protect this historic site. One of the most active areas in Stepp Cemetery is the tree stump known as the Warlock Chair. This stump, where the Lady in Black is often seen, has become a symbol of the cemetery's haunted reputation. Visitors who sit on the stump have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, as if they are being watched by unseen eyes. Some have even claimed to see the ghostly figure of the Lady in Black appear beside them, her sorrowful gaze fixed on the grave of Baby Lester. The cemetery's remote location adds to its eerie atmosphere. Nestled deep within the forest, Stepp Cemetery is accessible only by foot, and the journey to its gates is often shrouded in darkness and silence. The isolation of the cemetery, combined with its haunted history, creates a sense of unease that lingers long after visitors have left. Stepp Cemetery's haunted reputation has made it a popular destination for those seeking a thrill. Many have come to the cemetery hoping to experience the paranormal for themselves, and some have left with stories of ghostly encounters. Whether it's the Lady in Black, the spectral hound, or the echoes of the Crabbites' rituals, the cemetery offers a glimpse into the unknown. Despite the tales of hauntings, Stepp Cemetery remains a place of reverence and respect. It is a reminder of the lives that once were, and the stories that continue to be told. For those who visit, it is a place to reflect on the past and perhaps catch a glimpse of the supernatural. So, if you ever find yourself in Martinsville, take a trip to Stepp Cemetery. Walk among the ancient tombstones, listen for the whispers of the past, and keep an eye out for the lady in black. You never know what you might encounter in this haunted and historic graveyard. Number 2, Whispers Estate, Mitchell, Indiana. This Victorian mansion is notorious for its paranormal activity. From disembodied voices to shadowy figures, the spirits of former residents make their presence known, especially in the nursery and the doctor's room. Nestled in the small town of Mitchell, Indiana, Whispers Estate is a Victorian mansion with a dark and tragic history. Built in 1894, this house has become infamous for its paranormal activity and is considered one of the most haunted places in the state. Let's delve into the spine-chilling tales and eerie encounters that make Whispers Estate a hotspot for ghost hunters and thrill-seekers alike. Whispers Estate was originally home to Dr. John Gibbons and his wife, Jessie. The couple, unable to have children of their own, adopted 3 orphan children. However, their happiness was short-lived as the house soon became the site of numerous tragedies. The most well-known story involves their 10-year-old daughter, Rachel. On Christmas morning in 1921, Rachel snuck out of bed to peek at her presents near the fireplace. Tragically, her clothes caught fire, and she suffered severe burns. Despite the efforts of her father, who was a doctor, Rachel died 2 days later in the house. The sorrow didn't end there for the Gibbons family. Their infant daughter, Elizabeth, also died in the house under mysterious circumstances. She was only 10 months old when she passed away in the master bedroom, with the cause of death never fully determined. Heartbroken by the loss of her children, Jessie Gibbons fell ill with pneumonia and died just 2 weeks after Elizabeth. The series of tragic deaths left a lasting mark on the house, and many believe that the spirits of the Gibbons family still linger within its walls. One of the most active areas in Whispers Estate is the master bedroom, where both Elizabeth and Jessie died. Visitors often report smelling baby powder, hearing the sounds of a baby crying, and feeling an oppressive weight on their chest, as if someone is sitting on them. This phenomenon is believed to be linked to Jessie, who died of pneumonia in this room. The closet in the master bedroom is also notorious for paranormal activity. The doorknob is known to jiggle on its own before the door swings open, a sight that has startled many guests. The spirit of Rachel is another frequent presence in Whispers Estate. Her ghost is often seen running through the house, and her light footsteps can be heard echoing in the hallways. Some visitors have even reported seeing her peeking around corners or playing with toys in the nursery. The tragic circumstances of her death seem to have bound her spirit to the house, where she continues to seek the joy she was denied in life. But the Gibbons family are not the only spirits said to haunt Whispers Estate. The house was also used as a medical practice by Dr. Gibbons, and many of his patients died within its walls. The spirits of these patients are believed to linger in the house, adding to its haunted reputation. Disembodied voices, shadowy figures, and unexplained cold spots are common occurrences, especially in the doctor's office on the first floor. One particularly malevolent entity known as the Big Black has been reported in the doctor's office. This large, shadowy figure is often accompanied by a sense of dread and has been known to physically attack visitors. People have reported being scratched, pushed, and even bitten by this aggressive spirit. The presence of the Big Black adds a layer of danger to the already eerie atmosphere of Whispers Estate. The house's haunted reputation has made it a popular destination for paranormal investigators and thrill seekers. Many have come to Whispers Estate armed with cameras and recording equipment, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. Some have succeeded, capturing eerie photos and recordings of unexplained phenomena. These investigations have only added to the house's haunted reputation, drawing even more curious visitors to its doors. In 2006, Whispers Estate was purchased by a new owner who intended to turn it into a bed and breakfast. During the renovation process, workers reported strange occurrences, such as hearing disembodied whispers and seeing shadowy figures. These experiences led to the house being named Whispers Estate, a fitting title given the eerie sounds that seem to emanate from its very walls. The house now offers ghost tours and overnight investigations, allowing brave souls to experience its haunted history firsthand. These tours take visitors through the most active areas of the house, sharing stories of ghostly encounters and paranormal activity. Many who have taken the tour report feeling an overwhelming sense of unease, as if they are being watched by unseen eyes. One of the most chilling aspects of Whispers Estate is the basement, where the spirit of a young boy is said to reside. This boy, who died after falling down the stairs, is often seen playing in the basement. Visitors have reported hearing the sounds of a child laughing and seeing toys move on their own. The basement is also home to a dark, oppressive presence that has been known to frighten even the most seasoned ghost hunters. The attic of Whispers Estate is another hotspot for paranormal activity. This area, which was once used as a storage space, is now believed to be home to several spirits. Visitors have reported hearing footsteps, seeing shadowy figures, and feeling sudden drops in temperature. The attic's eerie atmosphere has made it a favorite spot for paranormal investigators. Despite its haunted history, Whispers Estate remains a place of fascination and intrigue. Its rich history, combined with its reputation for paranormal activity, makes it a unique and compelling destination. Whether you're a fan of the paranormal or simply curious about the unknown, Whispers Estate offers a glimpse into the darker side of history. So, if you ever find yourself in Mitchell, Indiana, be sure to visit Whispers Estate. Explore its haunted halls, listen for the whispers of the past, and keep an eye out for any ghostly apparitions. You never know who, or what, you might encounter in this historic and haunted house. Number 1. Central State Hospital, Indianapolis, Indiana. Once a mental institution, Central State Hospital is now a hotspot for ghost hunters. The abandoned buildings are said to be haunted by the spirits of former patients, with reports of eerie sounds, shadowy figures, and sudden temperature drops. Once a bustling mental institution, Central State Hospital in Indianapolis is now a hotspot for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. Established in 1848 as the Indiana Hospital for the Insane, this facility has a long and dark history that has left an indelible mark on its grounds. Let's delve into the chilling tales and eerie encounters that make Central State Hospital the most haunted location in Indiana. Central State Hospital was built to treat psychiatric patients, and at its peak, it housed as many as 3,000 individuals. The hospital's sprawling campus included numerous buildings, such as dormitories, a chapel, a farm colony, and a state-of-the-art pathology department. Despite its grand ambitions, the hospital was plagued by insufficient funding, overcrowded conditions, and underqualified staff. Superscript 1. These issues, combined with the era's limited understanding of mental illness, led to the abuse and neglect of many patients. One of the most notorious aspects of Central State Hospital was its so-called dungeons. These dark, humid, and foul-smelling rooms were used to house uncontrollable patients. Described by a superintendent in 1870 as unfit for life of any kind, these dungeons were filled with patients who raved and howled like tortured beasts. The conditions were so horrific that they left a lasting impression on the hospital's history, contributing to its haunted reputation. The hospital's history of mistreatment and abuse has given rise to countless ghost stories. One of the most common reports involves the sounds of footsteps echoing through the empty hallways. Visitors have also reported hearing disembodied voices, often described as whispers or cries for help. These eerie sounds are believed to be the residual energy of the patients who suffered and died within the hospital's walls. Another chilling tale involves the apparition of a nurse who is often seen in the old administration building. This spectral figure is said to appear in period clothing, her presence accompanied by a sudden drop in temperature. Some believe that she is the spirit of a nurse who worked at the hospital during its early years, still tending to her patients even in death. The pathology building, which now houses the Indiana Medical History Museum, is another hotspot for paranormal activity. This building, once used for autopsies and medical research, is said to be haunted by the spirits of former patients. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures and hearing unexplained noises, adding to the building's eerie atmosphere. One particularly disturbing story involves the ghost of a young girl who is often seen in the hospital's old dormitories. This childlike apparition is believed to be the spirit of a patient who died under mysterious circumstances. Witnesses have reported seeing her wandering the halls, her presence accompanied by the sound of soft sobbing. Some have even claimed to feel a cold hand grasping theirs, as if the ghostly child is seeking comfort. The hospital's extensive network of underground tunnels is another source of ghostly encounters. These tunnels, which connected the various buildings on the campus, were often used to transport patients and supplies. Today, they are said to be haunted by the spirits of those who once walked their dark corridors. Visitors have reported hearing the sounds of chains rattling and footsteps echoing through the tunnels, even when no one else is present. Central State Hospital's haunted reputation has made it a popular destination for paranormal investigators. Many have come to the hospital armed with cameras and recording equipment, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. Some have succeeded, capturing eerie photos and recordings of unexplained phenomena. These investigations have only added to the hospital's haunted reputation, drawing even more curious visitors to its grounds. In 2006, a documentary film about Central State Hospital was released, further cementing its status as a haunted location. The film's director enlisted the help of psychics and paranormal specialists to explore the hospital's dark history. During the investigation, the team experienced numerous unexplained events, including disembodied voices and shadowy figures. These encounters were captured on film, providing chilling evidence of the hospital's haunted past. Despite its haunted history, Central State Hospital also holds a place of historical significance. The hospital was a pioneer in the treatment of mental illness, and its pathology building is the oldest surviving facility of its kind in the United States. Today, the Indiana Medical History Museum offers a glimpse into the hospital's past, showcasing medical artifacts and exhibits that tell the story of mental health treatment in the 19th and 20th centuries. The hospital's grounds have also been repurposed for mixed-use development, with some of the old buildings being restored and others being demolished. While the physical remnants of Central State Hospital may be fading, its haunted legacy continues to captivate those who visit its grounds. One of the most active areas in Central State Hospital is the Old Chapel. This building, once a place of worship for patients and staff, is now said to be haunted by the spirits of those who sought solace within its walls. Visitors have reported hearing the sounds of organ music and seeing shadowy figures moving through the pews. Some have even claimed to feel an overwhelming sense of peace, as if the spirits are still finding comfort in the chapel's sacred space. The hospital's farm colony is another area known for paranormal activity. This part of the campus, where patients once worked and lived, is said to be haunted by the spirits of those who toiled in the fields. Visitors have reported seeing ghostly figures tending to the crops and hearing the sounds of farm equipment in the distance. The farm colony's haunted reputation adds to the overall eerie atmosphere of Central State Hospital. Despite the tales of hauntings, Central State Hospital remains a place of fascination and intrigue. Superscript 1. Its rich history, combined with its reputation for paranormal activity, makes it a unique and compelling destination. Whether you're a fan of the paranormal or simply curious about the unknown, Central State Hospital offers a glimpse into the darker side of history. So, if you ever find yourself in Indianapolis, take a trip to Central State Hospital. Explore its haunted halls, listen for the whispers of the past, and keep an eye out for any ghostly apparitions. You never know who, or what, you might encounter in this historic and haunted institution. Thanks for joining us on this haunted journey through Indiana. We've explored some of the most spine-chilling and eerie locations the Hoosier State has to offer, from haunted hotels and eerie cemeteries to ghostly mansions and abandoned hospitals. Each of these places holds its own unique and terrifying tales, making Indiana a true hotspot for paranormal activity. If you enjoyed this countdown, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more haunted adventures. Let us know in the comments if you've had any ghostly encounters at these locations or if there are other haunted places you'd like us to explore. Your stories and suggestions help us uncover even more spooky destinations. Remember, the world is full of mysteries and the unknown. Whether you're a seasoned ghost hunter or just curious about the paranormal, there's always something new to discover. So, keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and your spirit adventurous. Stay tuned for more haunted journeys, and as always, stay spooky.